Hey guys, it's Sim and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up, a handful of stories brought to you in one easy to watch video. And, well, today's video is going to be a short one as there wasn't much news over this past weekend. So let's kick it off by talking about some All Elite Wrestling. This past year we saw Cody Rhodes trademarking a number of things from wrestler names to pay-per-view names and more. Cody tried to trademark the name of his late father, Dusty Rhodes, but it looks like that was denied because it was too similar to his brother's trademark for Dustin Rhodes. According to Ryan Satin of Pro Wrestling Sheet, he does report that Cody's trademark filing was rejected for an unexpected reason, but that Cody's legal team is confident that they can get all of this situated. The United States Patent and Trade Office issued the rejection last week, stating that the filing was too similar to a trademark owned by his brother for the name Dustin Rhodes. If you look at the actual rejection, it does state that the applicant has applied for the trademark Dusty Rhodes, standard character. And they are stating that this is too similar to Dustin's actual trademark for the name The Natural Dustin Rhodes. They say that marks are compared in their entireties for similarities in appearance, sound, connotation, and commercial impression. Here, the marks share one term, Rhodes, and a highly similar term, Dusty/Dustin, that share the same overall commercial impression of that of a surname and given name respectively. So they're basically saying that the reason the trademark was rejected is because they feel like it's the same thing. They feel like Dustin Rhodes is the same as Dusty Rhodes. Now it is stated that Cody's team must file an appeal on the refusal, or, easier way to go, get an approval from the owner of the trademark causing the block. It seems like it would be easier for Dustin just to, I guess you could say, approve this and say that it's not similar to his trademark. Also speaking about Cody, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of All Elite Wrestling. Throughout the year, we have seen a lot of ups and downs for Cody, and now Cody has found himself a new advisor as we move into 2020 and year 2. Today, All Elite Wrestling sent out a press release that Hall of Famer Arn Anderson has been hired by Cody as his advisor and head coach for the 2020 season, stating the following. Since AEW exploded onto the wrestling scene just 1 year ago, it has continuously dazzled fans with his groundbreaking shows, world-class roster, inclusive attitude, and impactful announcements. To wrap AEW's inaugural year, Cody today announced that legendary wrestler Arn Anderson will be Cody's personal advisor and head coach for the 2020 season, starting with the New Year's Day Dynamite show in Jacksonville, Florida. It goes on to state that Anderson will be ringside with Cody as he begins the 2020 season with a rematch against Darby Allin on Wednesday, January 1st at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. So, basically, All Elite Wrestling sent out a press release to say, hey, Cody has found himself a manager, and a manager in Hall of Famer Arn Anderson. I don't really like that they sent this press release out through the same channels and accounts that they send their legal press releases out from whenever they have to tout something or talk about a new partnership. This came from that same account, and it's storyline-wise, it seems. I mean, Cody's quote-unquote advisor for the quote-unquote 2020 season. I just feel like this is something that they should have just had Cody announce on social media or do in like a Nightmare Family video on YouTube, but not send this out as a quote-unquote press release through the same channels that you do send out your actual business legal press releases. But with all of that, it will be interesting to see how long this relationship between Cody and Arn Anderson works on television, how long Arn Anderson, I guess you could say, manages Cody, and how often he's at ringside for Cody's matches. On January 25th, 2018, it was announced that Vince McMahon had started a new company called Alpha Entertainment, and under that new company, McMahon would be relaunching the XFL. McMahon initially stated that the XFL will be solely run under Alpha Entertainment and have no direct ties to the WWE. Some believed that, and well, some didn't. And now, some that don't are suing WWE to prove that there are no ties between them and the XFL. According to a report from Bloomberg Law, they are reporting that a lawsuit has been filed against WWE by one World Wrestling Entertainment Inc. stockholder in order to see the internal records of the company. The lawsuit was filed back on December 26th, and the stockholders want to make sure there's no WWE company resources being used or diverted to the XFL, as McMahon stated there would not be. The stockholders say in the lawsuit that there is a quote-unquote credible basis to believe that higher-ups are in breach of their duties to their investors, and the belief is that quote-unquote valuable resources have not been used for WWE but been diverted to the XFL and their production. Now, with the lawsuit being filed over the last week and it being the holiday season, it doesn't seem like anything is going to come of this right now. And honestly, it's unclear if anything's going to come of this at all, but you have to think that the one thing that they can try and get WWE on is stating that, hey, you guys say that none of your resources, nothing involving XFL, will take away from WWE. But what if they try to go the route of, well, the XFL and its operations could take Vince McMahon away from WWE, could take Vince's time away from the company that is needed. They can go that route if they really wanted to. So it's unclear if anything's going to come of this. If we do hear anything further, we will keep you guys updated. But again, it's still early on. It's the holiday season, so we don't expect anything, I guess you could say soon, to come of this. So Pro Wrestling Chaos is an independent pro wrestling company based out of Bristol, England, and they have worked with many top promotions. They have worked with Ring of Honor, Impact, and the National Wrestling Alliance, just to name a few. All three organizations have also had their world championships defended at Chaos events, but even with working with top promotions, the company was thought to be shutting down soon. It was thought recently that Pro Wrestling Chaos was going to have to shut down operations in 2020, as we have seen with a few other UK indies, but NXT UK's Flash Morgan Webster and Wild Boar have come to the rescue. It was announced by Flash Morgan Webster that the two will be purchasing the company in February, as Webster stated the following: "If it wasn't for Pro Wrestling Chaos and its fans, myself and Boar wouldn't have been anywhere near ready for the opportunities we've been fortunate to receive over the last few years. We've continued to see the opportunities it gives to us in upcoming talent like Danny Jones, Danny Luna, Brandon White, and Bino Harry Gao, as well as shining a spotlight on underutilized talent such as Dick Riley, Big Grizzly, Paul Robinson, and many others. Tonight, we officially announced we'll be purchasing Pro Wrestling Chaos in February 2020. This is our way of saying thank you to Dave, Nick, Rob, and the Chaos family for believing in us. We want to continue to give these loyal fans a promotion to call home while ensuring young British wrestlers still have a platform that have been crucial in our development so they can learn, grow, and flourish. We hope we can count on your continued support in 2020 as we take Chaos on its next chapter, but until then, let's sit back and watch the chaos that Nick, Dave, and Rob can cause in their two last shows in charge." So it's great to see that a company that has meant so much to many independent wrestlers in the UK will not be shutting down and will continue going on into the future. This is just something great that I love to see. Wrestlers wanting to not just, oh, I like this promotion, I'm going to keep it going, but want to do this to help other wrestlers and give them a place where they can grow, learn, and continue to flourish. So this is great to see that these two men have stepped up and will be purchasing the company so that way it does not have to fold in early 2020. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on all the stories covered today. And remember, all the stories covered in the Wrestling Wrap-Up are posted prior on our website, PWUnlimited.co. So head over there, keep up to date on all the top wrestling news. But that's going to do it for this episode. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe right here on YouTube.